Hey y'all, it's Tenikca and I am back rounding out, hopefully, our homeschool curriculum picks for our 21-22 school year. And today we are going to be talking about things that are just for my incoming second grader, James, and why. So before we jump into it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you get a cute little notification anytime I have a new video and I'm more accessible in your feed. And let's jump to it. All right. So in our state, and I said this in another video, in our state, you officially have to register 30 days before your child turns 7, which for James, my 30 days will be in January of 22. In the year you register, you have to take a test. I get to choose the test. I get to choose how the test is administered via proctor, center, or myself. All that jazz. So to prepare James for test taking and things that might be on the test, I just went through kind of like my homeschool stash and grabbed some things that I've been saving for that reason. I want to reiterate, a lot of these things are just really for test practice, and how we will do it is so we have typically done morning baskets, and for Jude's it will continue. We'll do the Let's Play School yearly fundamentals, and maybe some other things added in. And for James, his morning basket is going to consist of these 3 like daily prompts for these practices. So those are spectrum test practice, even more critical and creative thinking, and even more daily 6 traits writing. So as you can see, it's just a little, if you aren't familiar with these. So, sorry. Okay, so week 5, day 3, and that's it. So he would just do one of these, 1 page out of each, and we'll just put a marker so he knows where he is. And the same for the critical and creative thinking. And then for the spectrum test practice, now they do have online resources as well, but here, as you can see, we have like the multiple choice and marking it in, and figuring out what the question is asking, and then making sure you answer it correctly. So I think these will help him prepare for that, as well as like redefining and sharpening some skills, which we can always use, and what I use morning baskets for primarily as well. I also have Story of the World, and we'll just be going into this very basic, probably like once a week with just James. Because I know some of y'all are going to come for me in the comments. Let me explain. This is to prepare him for what may be on a test. This is to prepare James for what may be on a test, not to necessarily give him a true full scope version of world history. I do not know of a world history curriculum that is entirely inclusive and accurate for his level. That's all I got, okay? I think this right here does have some truth. It does have some beauty. It does have some goodness. And we may need to add on to some things. We may need to delve into things a little bit deeper. But there is not one history curriculum that I wouldn't have to do that with. This has an activity book, famous figures of ancient times, a book, and some CD-ROMs. I don't know how we'll be using all of this. Once I start planning this out for just him, I'll have a better idea. But I just want him to be successful and confident. Okay, so I'm okay with him reading things like this. And also, like, here's the thing, we live in a very like white centered country, so there are going to be a lot of things that I'm going to have to decenter that, and that's what I do regularly. And I might have to do that in here. I might have to say that's not ethnically accurate. Those people didn't actually look like that. And I think that will also teach him to push back as well, to recognize truth, to reach for truth, to discover truth, and not just take what's handed to him as truth and allowing that to be his truth. So I'm hoping that not only will he develop skills and confidence for test taking, but also like rational skills and debate skills and research skills as well. And then, I mean, again, here I go on my foundation soapbox. This will be our first year doing this. I may completely change up things next year, or if this works great, we might do it the same again. I just know that the way my child learns and his needs, I am concerned to make sure that like he as a whole is represented on this test and not just like how he felt that day. And I feel like leaning into all of those skills that he has, all of those talents that he has, all of those interests that he has, but also helping develop some areas that he could use some help in will really allow that to shine through. I hope that makes sense, and I hope this helps. If you all have any recommendations for state tests for me, please drop them in the comments. I've actually stopped myself from researching them because like I'm getting ahead of it right now thinking about it. But I'm going to have to. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Drop them in the comments. If you follow me on social media, you can send me a message there. And if you don't follow me on social media, like, join me. We have a really good time. That's all I have for now on this, but I'll be back with more per usual. Talk to you soon. Bye.